Ma'am, we talked about a lot of, like stress factors, environmental factors, endocrine disruptors. All this, to be honest, as a medical professional myself, it is overwhelming to me.
It is.
It's overwhelming to me. And we try a lot and then we fail. And they just get exhausted with all the options and they say that, like, I don't want to do any of this. Let me just enjoy my life. Then they get really decompensated even more. And then this vicious cycle, right? And in lifestyle medicine, we learned about positive psychology. What is positive psychology and how do you practice in your patients?
Uh, this is a very nice question. I have to mention my mentor, Dr. Sheila Nambiar,
Mm,
who coached me in lifestyle medicine and who I look up to in for personal tips as well.
she's amazing.
It's a very nice analogy which she says about positive psychology and how different positive psychology is from positive thinking.
Mm.
In case Dr. Sheila is watching, this is credit to you. And so if you have a puddle in the middle of the road and you're going cycling or you're going walking, to assume just it's a puddle and I can do it and just landing deep in the puddle is an anomalous thinking, which people sometimes attribute to positive thinking. All is well kind of
Mhm.
situation. Positive psychology is not that. Acknowledging that it is a puddle, acknowledging the fact that you probably could get in the middle of it and get yourself dirtied or wet, finding a way to circumvent that puddle and still cross over to the other side.
Analytic. Mm.
Yes. So, first is acknowledging that fact. So, the first step towards betterment of anybody's physical, mental health, or psychological health, as far as lifestyle medicine is concerned, is acknowledging and having that insight that there is an issue to be addressed. I
Mm.
do not want to call it a problem because it kind of gives a negative connotation to it
Mm.
when
Mm.
we're talking about positive psychology.
Mm.
I have an issue with my weight
Mm.
rather than saying I'm obese.
Mm.
I have an issue with my glucose control than calling myself I'm a diabetic.
Mm.
Is one way of constantly implementing positive psychology aspects while we are talking to ourselves or to our patients. And
Mm.
that will become a habit inculcated in our patients as well. And no more calling them as patients. Now, we probably should call them health seekers.
Health seekers. That's a nice
I hope so.
connotation, huh?
Because nowadays, patients are not supposed to be called patients, they are supposed to be called medical beneficiaries in a political scenario.
Politically correct.
Yeah.
Right,
So I personally should be calling them health seekers.
I think health seeker word is a wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful thing.
Uh,
Yeah. So, even for smokers, they say don't say smoker,
Smokers.
alcoholic,
Yeah. Used to taking tobacco
uh,
or used to
drink
using
alcohol.
tobacco, drinking alcohol.
All this just a change in the mindset.
Yeah,
And all these small,
it's
small
not a
things.
wordplay. It
Uh,
definitely is not a wordplay.
mm,
If you believe, it's all in the name. If you keep calling somebody dullhead, 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 they will become that way.
mm,
It's been known even when you nurture plants, you you nurture the plants by calling it beautiful, green, you're bound to bear fruits. Apparently, the plant grows better. If
mm,
that is the case for a plant, it should be more so for a human being. And it's about setting that positive framework at everything we do, what is about positive psychology. And it's very much important when we deal um, personally itself with reversal of diseases.
mm,
I had been very busy for the last 4 months with my conference work and other academic commitments and travel. I did not have time to do my strength training or did not or found excuse to do my strength training,
mm,
let me say.
mm,
Uh, but if I keep on to that and keep giving excuses that I'm busy,
mm.
I'm the loss is for me.
Of course.
When I address it and acknowledge this as an issue, and my musculoskeletal pain became worse, when I acknowledge that the factor is the lack of strength training
Mm,
and start doing the strength training, it's unbelievable. Miraculously, the musculoskeletal pain disappeared.
mm,
That reinforces my belief that yes, strength training is a must, and that's probably curative for me as well in majority of the musculoskeletal pain issues which women go around at this age. So I
Mm.
strongly advocate it to my health seekers as well.
Mm. Wow, I'm going to use Health Seeker as well moving forward. Ma'am, a person listening to this podcast, can you list down top 5 foods that would be useful for perimenopausal symptoms?
Okay. First is your iron requirement. So definitely spinach and your dates,
Mm.
but in adequate quantities, not too much. Second is your calcium, your dairy products, preferably buttermilk and curd. Third will be your guava, which is vitamin C, helps the iron absorption and good for constipation because it is the
Rich in fiber.
amazingly rich in fiber
Right.
and an antidote for constipation.
Okay.
Fourth is your nuts, mainly your badam and your walnut. Very good for good fats which are needed for our body and a source of protein as well. Soak them the previous night, take them. The fifth one is plain water.
You can say water as food.
Yeah, our if you can imagine, this is going a bit spiritual as well.
Yeah.
Our entire earth is a fragment of the water body which is surrounding it. What is left behind but for water is what the land we live in. Our body, 70% composition is water.
Mm.
The first thing which happens when you're dehydrated, there is an intracellular dehydration. So the energy or the balance to the cells in the body is from water.
Mhm.
So that should be added as a fuel,
Yes.
as a supplement, as a treatment. So, water is one of the foods which is so underrated, understated, which women completely forget about. They go to the comfort of other drinks in the form of tea or coffee,
Mm.
thinking they are hydrating, which has to be avoided.
Super.
So, water is a must.
Beautiful. Beautiful, ma'am.